Christian from CAD Swift here. Just wanted to run through the latest changes to the Swift parking. The original part was mainly created as a 3D object that could handle uneven grounds through the use of incline functions. Using these hotspots, we can adjust the angles from left to right and from front to rear. The drawback of this part was that it was only a single parking bay. However, it is now a multiple parking bay item. We'll return to the 2D window to demonstrate using the movable hotspot in the top right corner. Grab and stretch. I'll just turn off the disabled. So now we basically have a multiple parking bay item that can stretch to as many bays as necessary. There is no limitation on the number of bays. As you can see, it counts each bay and will only put in the number of bays that will fit in that space. Even with multiple bays, we still maintain the incline functions. We have also added a function that allows you to adjust the counting of the bays. Say for instance, we have 8 bays and then we have 8 more backing onto these bays. We'll mirror the object, and then in this top section you can see the bay number is turned on, start number is 1, we will change this to 9. Now we have our bays counting correct, 1 to 8 and 9 through to 16. Now let's say for instance we're in an underground car park and we need spaces between the bays for columns or piers. Simply select the object, go to column spaces. In this aspect there is a limitation to number of columns. This is necessary as each column has to be treated independently. We have set this number to 8. If you require more, we can add. Okay, so how does it work? First you nominate the position of the column. This position is limited by the number of bays that are available in the instance. So let's say we want a column in between bay 1 and bay 2. Type in bay 1. This means the column will appear after bay 1. Then you simply type in the distance, the width of the column, or the spacing between the bays you require. When this is done, you'll see there's a movable hotspot that appears. This now allows you to adjust the width between the bays in the 2D view without having to return to the settings dialog. You can move the hotspot manually, or as you start to drag it, you can simply type in the value you require. Now as you can see, this has reduced the number of bays because it is limited based on the spacing we have set. If I stretch this out, I can keep adding more bays. Now let's say we want another column. Return to the settings, column 2. Let's say we want this between bays number 6 and 7. So we put in bay 6, type in the value, click OK. We now have a spacing between bay 6 and 7. As per the original part, you can also adjust the configuration of the bay type. Here you'll notice we can have our standard. We can also do parallel parking. If I stretch this out, you'll see the gap between bays 6 and 7. For the annotation, you simply need to grab the hotspots and move them to the suitable position. We can also have angled parking. When you nominate the angled parking, you also need to nominate the angle. Once again, move the annotation to a suitable position. And as before, this all has complete 3D representation with the added benefit of the incline options in the original part. If you have any questions on this or other libraries, please feel free to contact us at cadswift.com.au.